The Time Traveler's Pig is the ninth episode Gravity Falls. In it, Stan opens a fair, Dipper tries winning over Wendy but accidentally gives her a black eye, Robbie with his tight pants and Axe body spray wins her over instead, but Dipper gets a time-traveling tape measure, so he tries to set things right. Shenanigans and a pig ensue. The episode's title is a reference to the Time Traveler's wife. This episode is the introduction of Blendin Blandin, a time traveler trying to fix paradoxes. His name was actually revealed a little while before the episode aired. That GF fan did a good video about this topic. But anyways, Blendin is played by the now infamous creator of Rick and Morty, Justin Roiland. Justin and Alex Hirsch work together on fish hooks, so you can probably add that to the big flapjack family tree. Blendin's suit camouflages. This first one kinda looks like the first episode, and then the second one looks like the legend of the second episode. Dipper kinda does the SpongeBob reaction face. This episode introduces us to Mabel's pet pig, Waddles, even though he was kind of spoiled in the intro. Mabel outfit check. Not counting the sweater she wore in past episodes we see clips of in this, the only sweater she wears is this cool wavy pattern of cyan, purple, and violet. I kinda like it, but we do also see her make a pig sweater, and she also has a flower hair clip. Dipper uses the time-traveling tape measure he gets from Blendin to try and get Wendy, and not give her a black eye. Mabel and Waddles eat a pizza kind of like Lady and the Tramp. It's kind of cute until you realize the fact that it's a pepperoni pizza, which was a really funny clip from the commentary.
This is kind of messed up that Waddles is eating pepperoni.
Why? Oh.
He ate around the pepperoni, guys.
It was originally a hot dog.
It was soy-peroni or whatever they call it.
It was actually in the storyboard originally a hot dog. I was like, that's kind of messed up. Change it to something else. And then I didn't notice until later, like, oh, the pig's still
I don't
kind
know
of
what
cannibal.
pepperoni is, I guess.
It's made of pig, right?
I don't
it?
know. It's some kind of...
I've never questioned it. It's just like discs of meat.
Dipper pulls off a lot of complicated math to try and get Wendy, which is the biggest brain moment he had in the entire series, which was another funny thing from the commentary discussed.
This is the only time in the series that we see Dipper doing, like, advanced math.
Yeah, like he's like Goodwill Hunting.
Yeah, I kind of didn't want Dipper to be, like, prodigy level good at math. Like, I wanted him to be of relatively realistic intelligence for, like, a middle schooler. I didn't want him to turn into that, like, just like, according to my calculations, I'm IQ from the BK Kids Club.
All right, that
if
voice was
anything-
offensive.
And one time he gets actually kind of close and gets with Wendy. But because he needed Mabel to do a thing, she was distracted and couldn't get Waddles, and Pacifica gets him, which makes her freak out. And they accidentally play with the time machine and go back to the Oregon Trail, a trail that Americans took from Missouri to Oregon. One of the pioneers references he has dysentery, which was a reference to the Oregon Trail game. One of the most famous screens from the thing is, "You have died of dysentery." Another pioneer references by Trembly, referencing the last episode. Mabel has blinking shoes, because of course she would. This baby has a band-aid on his chin, which led a lot of people believing that this was a baby version of Old Man McGucket. He is not that old. They go to dinosaur times, then to the far future where a giant time-eating baby is attacking, which was a subtle reference to last episode, just a tiny little bit of foreshadowing that no one saw. And then Mabel and Dipper run through different episodes, dropping stuff behind. And they run past what looks like the Mystery Shack before I guess Stan converted it. And we see a younger version of Stan, but he looks really different. I know he's younger, but he looks like a different person almost. It's probably just the different prescriptions. Some people look different when they have different glasses on. Dipper really wants to keep Wendy, but this makes Mabel sad because she doesn't get Waddles. So Dipper decides to do the selfless thing and give up his chance with Wendy so Mabel can have Waddles. Blendin gets blamed for all the time shenanigans and gets taken away by the time police. These two guys' designs were based off of Dolph Lundgren in Universal Soldier, so that's why their names are a play on his name. The episode copies "That'll Do, Pig, That'll Do" from the movie Babe. And finally, Blendin is sent back in time to pick up all the stuff that Dipper and Mabel dropped, which is why we saw him in the background of many episodes past. Our secret code is not HG well approved, which references not SNP approved, which is a note that Alex kept getting when stuff was censored, as well as HG well, who was a guy who wrote The Time Machine, which is the major time-traveling story that started the whole genre, basically. This is a great episode. I really like the moral of you can't always get what you want, especially when it means someone else doesn't get what they want. The time traveling's fun and creative. Blendon is an interesting character, even with his unfortunate voice actor. Overall, 9.5 out of 10.
I like the ones about unrequited love the most. It's like real, you know?